Hi, Sally Walker here, your hormone and slow age expert. Smiling, the power of a smile. I don't know if you realize how powerful smiling is to change your neurochemicals. So let's have a little look at it. So what happens when we smile? We lift the corners of our mouth. Now, in the brain, there's an area called the hypothalamus, which I call the commander-in-chief. And the hypothalamus receives input from our five senses, so everything we see, smell, taste, hear, touch. But it also receives information of the positions of our arms, feet, legs, corners of our mouth, etc. So the muscles which are working. So it also receives information about this, and it also receives information about our emotional state. So when it receives information that you've lifted the corners of your mouth, it then talks with a couple of other areas in the brain, one of them called the amygdala and the other called the hippocampus. So these areas are very much to do with your emotional state, and it asks, so do you know, Mr. Amygdala, do we have an emotion that is corresponding to the lifting of the mouth? So the amygdala is the area which has very much to do with negative emotions. So the amygdala says, oh goodness no, we don't know anything about the corner of the mouth going up because that is actually a positive emotion. So the hippocampus says, oh yes, we know when she's lifting up the corners of her mouth, smiling as that movement is called, it actually means that she is happy. So the hypothalamus then turns around and said, oh right, then we need to produce the neurochemicals which are going to make her feel that way. And these neurochemicals are things like dopamine, things like endorphins, things like serotonin are going to be produced or increase the production of, so you actually feel good. So the simple action of you lifting the corners of your mouth changed your biochemistry quite radically, and it does this within a few seconds. So the fun thing here is you don't even have to necessarily feel that you want to smile. You can force yourself into a smile. So for example, you could put a pen in your mouth. So what happens there is the corners of my mouth will be coming up. So the brain is getting that message. It doesn't know that I've got a pen in my mouth. It just says, oh, these corners are going up. So she must be feeling quite happy. We need to produce a little bit more of dopamine, serotonin, etc., etc. The power of a smile. And if that wasn't enough, smiling actually makes us look more attractive. And we don't have to plan to do it, do we? We can just get on and do it. So I would say you need to get flexing those smiling muscles. They have names. They have a very, very wonderful name. Zygomaticus major. That's the major one. And zygomaticus minor will also help a little bit here, more at the top of the mouth here, or the top lip. But the major one is zygomaticus major. So get flexing your zygomaticus muscles. Happy hormones, happy life.